Well, Frank, your reaction to a 1-1 draw at the defending champions and a display full of character?
Yeah, very happy. We deserved a point purely on it and character and discipline in the way we wanted to play. You know, in terms of football, of course, they dominate a lot. Another day you can lose it in any game because of their quality. But from our point of view, what the players showed there in terms of spirit and togetherness and fighting and quality at times, defending is a skill and an art in itself. And we saw some real individual moments within a really good structure. So I'm delighted. I feel like we deserved that. It's been a tough few days off the back of Wolves because I felt we deserved more at Wolves. For sure, we didn't deserve to lose. I think we deserved to win. That kind of got brushed over because of the circumstances of a last-minute winner. That's completely normal too. But the players today showed character, and I'm delighted for the fans that travel to City. They may not know what to expect when you come here. I get that, and they saw a team that was playing for Everton in the way that they'd want, the image that they want. I'm delighted by that.
And how proud are you of the players? You mentioned about the bitter blow of Wolves, but for them to come to arguably the toughest game there is and put in that kind of display.
Yeah, I'm very proud. I left them for a day or two after Wolves in terms of broaching it because I could see they were a bit down, and that's normal. It's fine. You just got to flip that into a positive, and I thought they did in those days in between. We gave information, the tactical information, particularly defensively, and they took it all on board. And I felt in the dressing room before the game that there was a real spirit and a desire to get something here, which of course you need, and it should be normal. But here you need to be absolutely on point for that. And I thought the lads were. And especially when you have like 12 minutes on top of the 90, and there's a few fouls that we should be given in that time, and they don't go your way. The desire to keep defending. You know, I could go through the back five, and Seamus coming on. In a game of that level against Grealish and Foden and these players, they all deserve an immense amount of credit. The whole team do.
And it wasn't just character, as you say, you did touch upon. There was some quality as well. The home fans were getting on the City players' backs a little bit in the first half, where we had about a 10-minute spell of possession. We looked dangerous on the counter at times as well.
Yeah, I thought we could have had more possession. You know, it was my talk to the players before, and sometimes City are so good at pressing, you want to miss it out. But we have to also trust in ourselves and believe what we're trying to do. We've done it with 2 games we played recently. Villa was behind closed doors, and Wolves, we had more possession and a bit of control in moments of the game. And, you know, I think the players will start to believe that more when they can play through lines like we did when we changed play on them a few times, and it looked like we were going to get in again in the second half. So we can encourage that. We want more of that. We've done it against City today. Can we do that against other teams more regularly? For sure we can do it more. That's what we're working towards. So, yeah, those little moments in the game were good for us. They gave us respite, and the players should take confidence from that moving forward too.
I think the word clinical was used quite a lot coming into this game about the need for the team. Damari's goal, you can't get more clinical than that.
He can't, because he's got no right to do what he did. It was an amazing strike, you know, that came from nowhere. We're due one of those. We've had a couple against us, or one. The Leicester goal always sticks in my hand with Tillemans, where the whole stadium kind of stops aghast, and that happened here for us. So that looks good. We can be more clinical in small bits. We can be more clinical when we break down the line and Miko's crossing. We can be more clinical with the last pass in our moments, and that comes with a bit of work. It's hard just to tell players be clinical. That's not a coaching thing. That's, you know, work and progress and those things. But I won't take away from the brilliance of Damari's goal in itself. It was something very special.
And you're hoping the confidence that can bring him and the other forward players as well for how they played and that goal as well.
Yeah, well, they need to be competitive, and they need to want that. And I know they all want it, but there's something about going there and really making things happen. And that's why we talk about having Dominic back is great. Another level of competition. Well, we know Dominic's a huge player for us, but can we help the squad in general at the top area of the pitch to push, to be able to take those moments and be more clinical, because we're working consistently on the team and trying to get better and be up there more. And can we do that more? Can the strikers be more clinical for us? Yes, and we'll keep working on that.
I was going to go on to Dom. You stressed before on the importance. Everyone knows how important he is to this team, but to come in and put that performance in as well was very encouraging.
Yeah, and we managed it in terms of 60-ish. Was always going to be his level. I thought he looked good. It's hard here for strikers sometimes in the way we played, but it would be great for his legs to have 60 in them. And yeah, I thought he was really good. And Ben as well, coming back into the team, which is difficult. You know, you can't ask to come to a tougher place than here as a defender. And I thought both of them acquitted themselves brilliantly, and it's great to have them back in now, looking as fresh as they did.
I mean, Ben's first start since August, since the fractured fibula against Chelsea. So to display like that, as a run down the right wing as well, kind of typified his energy as well. But the way he played with James and Connor as well.
Yeah. They looked really good, and there was stability at the back. There's a sense of strength. Ben going toe to toe with Haaland, we love to see that. But also he's just general defensive play and play on the ball. So I think it was. yeah, it's a big plus for us to have him back. You kind of forget sometimes, you know, like when you've got players that have been out for a few months, and Yerry, sometimes we don't have him for periods, and they go that we need good defenders, we need good competition in there. But the players that play today show great character, and that's what it takes to be an Everton player. And it starts from the back and works its way through the team in a performance like today. And I thought they were all excellent.
And the three centre-backs as well gives you that flexibility options, the fact that it works so well.
Yeah, it does. It can mean sometimes a lack of possession in certain games because you're having an extra man at the back of the pitch. But sometimes for stability in games and to have bigger players in there and to stop spaces for teams like Man City who can really hurt you, it's a nice option to go to start or to go to mid-game. So, yeah, having Ben back there, it's a really good option for us. And Ben's versatile as well. He can play across the back 4 or 5 to a degree. So, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Slight disappointment as a result is that Amadou's 5th yellow card means he's out with the Brighton game. So, chance for someone else to come into the team.
This is it. Players sit and wait, and sometimes they get frustrated. They have to train well and come in and do well. And sometimes a door open can be a positive thing for somebody to come in and do well at Goodison with a positive crowd, happy with the result we just got today and going again. So, yeah, it's a shame with Amadou. He knew he was on it. I was disappointed when he got the card because he's playing well. He's playing well in that deeper role in the last couple of games, but someone else can come in.
And just a word on a few other players who weren't involved today. You're hopeful Anthony and Yerry will recover illness in time.
We'll see. This flu thing that's going around, I've just got over it myself, is knocking people back. So we'll have to just go day by day with them before Brighton to see how they are, because even when they're better, it takes the sting out of you a little bit. So we'll see how they feel.
And Michael as well, just a bit of niggle in the
niggle on the back of his knee in the warm up, and so for precaution's sake, we changed the bench.
And just to ask, obviously Ellis coming back, so is there a chance for him to stake his claim within the squad as well?
Yeah, I think he's been a positive loan. He scored some goals. He's playing regularly. He needed that for his own development and his own feeling at the start of the season. And where we are now, I want options in the bench. I want challenging of players that can come in and give us something, so he can come back, train well, and he's an Everton player, so come and be an Everton player and show what he's done in the Championship at that level more whenever he gets the chance. So yeah, it'll be good to see Ellis back over the next day or so, and adds to the squad for us. And
just a final one, going back to the game, you've spoken about consistency. How important is it now to follow up the feel-good factor from this going into the Brighton game?
Absolutely. It's the biggest thing for me. It's like we get 1 point today. I'm excited tonight. I'm happy because it's tough here, but it means not much. It's a point, and now we have to take that forward. The players have to feel that. The biggest danger in football is always complacency for any reason or any moment, because the Premier League will get you. So we have to understand that in the last 2, 3, 4 games we haven't got the points we wanted. Today we did. And now we want to go out and be really hungry for these points. So I hope that everyone that's coming to Goodison on Tuesday will see players that are hungry. I hope that they relate to that, and it gets the crowd as we know it can be on an evening game at Goodison. And then we can hopefully have a good game. But it's a very good team in Brighton, so we have to be very ready. Good possession team, we'll have possession, but we have to trust in ourselves and believe like we did today.